And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Clevr, and today I'm just going to talk at you for a little bit. I had a story that was kind of interesting that is a true story, happened to me, that a couple friends thought I should talk about. So I figured I'd put it out there, let you guys hear, let you guys know a little bit about me, and I've talked a little bit about my past before in a couple of vlogs, so I figured this one would be a good opportunity to show where I actually came from and what actually happened. If you read the title of this video, you probably have a good idea where I'm going at. But when I was 16 years old, I actually had what some people who know me call the biggest missed opportunity of my maybe YouTube career. I had an opportunity to work with a few YouTubers, and this is in YouTube's infancy. This is before YouTube really became a viable source of income for people. This is when no one really knew what YouTube was. We knew what it was, but we didn't know if it was a job for people. A lot of stuff was still up in the air. So as I got to meet these guys that I watched online, and I met them through a friend of mine that I semi-worked with, and he was friends with a YouTuber with a cult following, and then I got introduced through Skype to a couple people that were in the YouTube biz. And through that, I started building connections, and people thought I was really funny because, especially at the time, I would say very offensive things, and I had no filter. It was, it wouldn't go over well today, as far as family-friendly content and all that stuff is concerned. And a lot of my jokes were really edgy, which you didn't see much on YouTube at the time. YouTube was kind of, you were either a saint or you were a bully, but you didn't have people that really pushed the envelope in the late 2000s, mid to late 2000s. So it was something new. I don't mean to brag or what I'm saying. I don't mean to put it out there I was the first one to be edgy. No. That I'm sure there were people on YouTube who garnered attention using that as an aspect of their comedy, but with me it was constant. I would make jokes about people's race, hair, it goes around, comes around. I would make jokes about every single thing about a person, and I would just go. There was no stop. It would just be have you ever watched Comedy Central's the roasts and stuff? I was the original roasters. I would just keep going. And I never did it to be mean, but it kind of came off that way sometimes. So what ended up happening was it kind of attracted others to me. They saw some potential. They were wow, this is really funny. This could be really interesting. We have a source on YouTube where we can get you in front of an audience, and if you can go and rattle off these things in front of a camera, it'll be really funny. So during this time, I'm 16 years old, and I'm thinking, that would be awesome. It's one of my dreams to entertain people. It's one of my dreams to be on YouTube. So yeah, let's do it up. That never came to pass at the time. I did for a short period of time have backyard wrestling videos that you will not find any longer because the channel was deleted due to copyright issues back in the day. We used WWE's music I don't know if it was WWE at that time. It wasn't WWF. But either way, we used copyrighted music and eventually got shut down. And I was a backyard wrestler, which was, it was fun. It was something, you know. It was something to do back in the day. But, oh God, sorry. Everyone's sick in my house. I'm just trying not to get sick. Anyways, so I'm 16. I'm familiar with being in front of a camera, and I get an opportunity thrown at my feet. They say, listen, we want to make a group, and we would like to all kind of congregate together and form this group with our YouTube channels. And even though you don't have a YouTube channel, we'd like you to come with us, and we'd like you to, they said edit videos, and like, they didn't want me on camera like all the time. I wasn't going to be like the main focus. I was going to be someone behind the scenes who would occasionally be in skits and stuff, and it would have been really cool. Like, that was something I was really interested in. But I'm 16 years old. I can't pick up and leave, and I would have had to move, so it wasn't ideal for me. So I had to turn down that offer. And they said, that's fine. We totally get it. And the offer stands when you turn 18. So, you know, keep in touch with us. And, you know, when you turn 18, come on down. So I ended up falling out of touch with a couple of the YouTubers. But I'd say I was pretty friendly with, you know, I think 2 or 3 of them at least that I had met. And we talked on a regular basis over Skype. We'd do stuff while they were gaming and whatever, and, you know, just have a good time. So we're talking, the years go by, and now I'm 18 years old, and my buddy goes, hey, you know, the offer still stands. You can come with us. And at this point, they had already formed the group, and they were on their way to becoming big. And they were fairly well known. They had a decent following on YouTube. I can't remember at the time, it was in the hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And a huge cult following and very active community. And I had to say no. I had to say no to that offer because, again, I'm 18 years old, and this may sound stupid, but I'm 18 and I have a job lined up at the Home Depot. I'm making minimum wage, but I am guaranteed to get this job. 100% guaranteed to get this job. No matter what I say in the interview, it was already set up that I was going to have this job. And then I had a better paying job that I could take at any point that I felt like it. And I couldn't walk away from those for something that I didn't know the future of. I had seen, you know, what they could potentially do financially on YouTube, and I've seen what could happen, but I didn't feel secure taking that big of a risk, because what if YouTube changes its policies, much like Adpocalypse? Overnight, you can lose everything and have to either give up or, you know, anything can happen, and it's such a wild card that I couldn't put myself in that position. And I had to turn them down, and they go, hey man, look, I understand. But, you know, keep in touch, and we ended up falling out of touch after that because a couple of the other guys moved away, and with their work on the channels and stuff, it was just, they were too busy to pal around with, you know, number one fan over here. So, one of the main things that scared me as well is when I was 16, I took a video class. It's video production, and I did well in the class. Everything kind of came easy to me, and I understood what everything was, and I made videos, and they were hilarious, like, for the time. I made a couple really funny videos. I actually made my teacher cry laughing, and I did all this ridiculous stuff. Like I had sketches with Michael Myers, but I made Michael Myers like a sympathetic character, where all he wanted to do was have like a family, and like he wanted to be a chef, I think was the main driving force. Like he baked an apple cobbler in one video and then got beat down and kidnapped by all the people who thought he was there to kill them. So I knew I could make videos, I knew I could edit, but not at the level that they were at, because I'd only done half a year of video production when I was 16. When I was 18, I had done video production 1 complete, and I had taken video production 2 and dropped out of the class, mainly because I'd say the class itself, the people in it, I didn't mesh well with them. The people I was working with, they had completely different ideas than I did, and I am more of a comedic video maker. I like to get people laughing. I like to entertain them. I like a big spectacle in my videos, and it just really wasn't what they wanted to do. They wanted like more of the drama, artsy stuff, and that's great, but our styles just didn't mesh. So I ended up dropping that class, which I still kind of feel bad about, because it was a wasted opportunity to learn more about video making and editing and learning a new style, because really my whole thing is trying to make people laugh, like trying to do stuff people haven't seen or make people think in a different way. So, I kind of maybe fluffed that up a bit, but when I was 18 and asked to go the second time, I don't know, I couldn't pull the trigger on it, and looking back now, I am so happy I didn't pull the trigger on it. The group's now disbanded, but that's not what I'm talking about. If I had left, I wouldn't have come back. I would have probably built up a decent following on YouTube, and I probably would still be trying to make YouTube work, and I probably wouldn't have came back home. And if I would have never came back home, I would have never met my amazing girlfriend, and my life would not be where it is today. And I can't imagine that. Like, she's my entire world. Like, the reason I go work hard every day and the reason I do all the things I do is mainly because of her. And I think about her when I wake up, and I couldn't imagine my life without her now, and I'm happy now. There were times in my life when I wasn't happy, but right now I'm just completely happy, and I can't envision a way where I would be any happier, and I know I couldn't, because I wouldn't have her. So, looking back, I have absolutely no regrets about not taking that position with the YouTube creators in the group. Do I think I could have learned a lot? Do I think my life could have been different? Do I think I could have entertained a lot of people? Yes. But I get to do my own videos now. I get to do what I want to do. Nothing's holding me back except for me. I have a YouTube fund. I have all my equipment set up. I've got everything I want to do on the YouTube end, and I get to do it. I might not reach the audience I would have, but I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and I'm happy. And I gotta tell you, being happy far outweighs what could have been had I have taken that job opportunity as an editor and part-time worker with a group, So hopefully it kind of sheds some light on what kind of made me, what kind of drove me, and what kind of situation I found myself in, because it's not easy to turn down that opportunity. It's not. But I always say everything happens for a reason, and my reason was my girlfriend, and I didn't know it at the time, but now I know what kept me home. So I'm super happy with how everything worked out. I'm sorry I didn't get to reach all the fans I would have otherwise. I do feel bad about that, but other than that, I have no even inkling of regret. Well, it was therapeutic. I'll tell you what, that was pretty therapeutic right there. I'll tell you what. But yeah. So I turned down an opportunity to be a YouTube star potentially. That door is probably shut for good, because I doubt anyone else is going to see me and be like, "Wow, that guy's so funny. We need him. We need him." I made a joke like that in another video, and then when I watched it back, I was like, "You know what? That has happened to me before. It will never happen again." But I'm okay with it. I really am. I'm okay with where I'm at YouTube. I'm okay with everything. I'm very honestly happy with all the stuff I've done so far. So yeah, that's just a little bit inside the mind of Clevr. I was thinking about maybe doing like a tell-all podcast with the crew. So if that's something you guys would be interested in, let me know, because we all have some. Oh, sorry. Oh, ate some burritos. It was a lot of hot sauce, a lot of chipotle, Tabasco, pepper sauce. Yeah, it's good stuff. Let me block out the light there so you can really get in there. Really get in there. It's the best hot sauce. Oh yeah. Oh, Tabasco. Oh, it's so good. It's so good, and it burns you. It burns your lungs. It can't be good for you, but I dump it on everything. I go through like 10 bottles a week. Anyhow, the tell-all. I was thinking about doing a podcast with the crew and like having us all do a little tell-all. Really get everything out in the open. So if that sounds like something you guys would like to see, let me know in the comments down below. If not, it may just not be the right time for it yet. So we could weigh on it, and yeah. We've got some cool videos coming up. Make sure you keep a lookout for Haptic Fusion. He's going to be doing some cool videos up on his channel very soon, and keep an eye out on my channel. I'm going to be doing some cool videos as well. With that, I bid you adieu. A fond farewell until we meet again in the next video. Bye-bye.